Clarke Auction Gallery, an absolutely beautiful September day, sunny, previewing our next sale, which is going to be on October the 12th. Previews are 4 days prior, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday, noon to 6 p.m. But you can come in now because we're all up and ready. We have a monster sale. Okay, out here, I had to start with these because I really like this set. It's by Russell Woodard. It's iron or metal. Needs a bit of TLC. It looks rough, but in actual fact it's sturdy and will turn out great with a bit of sanding and spray painting, whatever you have to do. Okay, shame to go inside, but here we go. Sale is loaded with a mixture of everything. I'm just going to blow through it like I usually do because I'm not sure what we actually have. We have a pair of these beautiful mid-century style mirrored chests, great quality, great, actually very usable. I love the upholstery on this pair of bergères, down-filled but comfortable, like great comfortable. Pair of these with the cerused edges on them. This beautiful bronze mounted cabinets in our next sale, so let's not pay too much heed to that. We have a pair of these. These are German, I believe, need a maker. Once again, comfort is the best in these, and I love the color. Sturdy, great addition to your home. Over here we got a pair of these Italian silver gilt shell grotto chairs, they're called. In between it, not overly in vogue, but I think this one's just a little bit extra special. The paintwork on it is really superb. It has good age, as you can see here, for the experts looking at it. Adams style, like it to be Adams, but really just the best of quality. Came from a Bronxville estate. The people said they purchased it at Christie's decades ago, so keep an eye on that one. Here, a lot of highly carved mountain man and all sorts of men furniture from an estate in White Plains. We have this wonderful partner's desk. Nice with the big cloth feet. It has a nice Horner style armchair that goes with it. From Central Park South, great inkwell here. Patinated bronze with the crystal, the antler heads, figure in the middle. As usual, we have a Steinway in the sale. Fairly standard. People like to buy the Steinways here. They can restore them, do whatever they want with them, or use them. General consensus, this has a pretty good sound, and the board doesn't look too bad. This came from Central Park West. The woman was a famous actress, her husband and a judge, and this absolutely wonderful. Look at the patina on this, it's just really superb. A little bit of damage here and repaired, and the sword has been replaced with wood, but really great piece, especially for anyone of that profession. Okay, into the main room. We'll skip this because I'm sure Whitney will get to that Goyard trunk. In the main room, here we are. Look at this, lots of carved, lots of goodies. Okay. Quite a bit of bronze sculpture, including this sort of industrial looks one here. Toy for the toy people. I don't know what these lots are. Andrew lotted them. A great collection of trucks there. Royal Crown Derby, I believe this porcelain is. And we have a very large set of this Royal Copenhagen. Tune into clarkeny.com to see exactly how much. This I figured was Baccarat because of the nice glass on it. We've clock garniture sets, a very large pair of Murano lamps here with a little Murano sticker. We've quite a lot of Majolica in the sale. This is one of two lots. We have these candlesticks here, we get these quite a lot. Below here, more Majolica, bronzes, candlesticks, that Thomas Hart Benton's and Peter section. Lots and lots for all you bronze buyers. There's lots of Berry, all sorts of bronzes in the sale, large Israeli bronzes. We have a continent of bronzes in the sale. Below here, these are Fortuny sconces, slightly as is, but nice because they're glass. Cartel clock by Tiffany. We have this bird signed on the bottom. Lots of nice porcelains and art glass. Below here, more bronze sculpture. All came from an estate in the city. Nice big dome glass. All this aluminum, I believe, is by Arthur Court, and we have a lot of sales in it. Move over here nice and slowly. This pair of bronze Tazes are just extra grade. Look at the work on that, super duper. This vase here, I'm gonna look and see if I can cheat and find the name. Unfortunately not, but you'll have to look that one up. We have a lot of these little Viennese bronze and enamel pieces, pill boxes. That horse is by Royal Worcester. This is a nice lot here, a lot of boxes, all one lot. You know, Pats are Pat bronze. These are little as is, but they're early Meissen, so there's all, even with the damage, there's quite a bit of interest. And these are part of the clocks that are in the clock garniture sets. Back here, Particularly nice to the Faverolles glass shell on top, and I believe that is signed and dated. Moving along over here, but more bronzes. Like I said, we've got Barry, we've got Mene, we've got Harry Thomas, we've got this one here, I believe it's by a guy called Pierre Tourguenoff. Great size, great patina from a nice collection. This here is by Dakota Jackson, mirror and console. Came from an Eastchester estate, nice to the console. Jackson. Atop this we have a pair of mirrored sconces. I believe these are Parzinger because they have the screws, they look like Parzinger, but you guys will decide that. This table here is by Vladimir Kagan. It's nice, we've got the glass, nice twin metal base on it, and the burl walnut ends on it, so it extends to a nicer size. These chairs are of course by Dongia. Nice lines on them, nice comfy leather upholstered. We have a pair of what I call potato chip chairs. I believe the real word for them is LSW. Nice, we've got a few bar carts in between. Lots of art glass, Steuben, Waterford. Let's swing along here. These benches here, we have, I believe, 4 of them in the lot. They're by Peter Maynard. Sort of a bit like a Russell Wright or something like that, but by Peter Maynard. We have this bamboo formed console here. This pair of sconces are modern, but they've got great style to the nice gilding. Another large inkwell, second one we've shown you today with the bulls and bears, so you guys doing well in the stock market this year, which I'm sure there's quite a few. And let's come along, nice, this is super quality, this etagere, chrome and brass, sort of Maison Janssen quality. From the Eastchester estate, we took a set of these 12 chairs. These had the Vladimir Kagan, L. Evans in the estate. They didn't know where the mum got these, but they're great lines, some super comfortable, wonderful leather upholstery. Everything here is on top of an L&J Stickly-Audi trestle table, so check, I know you like your Stickly, so check online for that. Up on top here, look at the shape on this marble coffee table. Nice sort of pied to do at the top. We got more bronzes here, probably by Mene or Barry. Large size, nice patina. Sitting atop a mid-century cabinet. I'm going to swing along over here, a quick move up. I want to take note of these bird sconces here. We've got 2 pairs of them. These are beautiful, really large, good age on them. As are the pair below, more Laliki style tops on them. Pair of these sprickets, as I call them. They're sort of candle stands, I suppose. And they're surrounding this beautifully. Look at the inlay on this commode. Works perfectly. Great, ready to go into the house. 3-drawer commode. This little settee here I thought was particularly nice. A nice gilding on it with the swan relief on it and the nice ebonized wings here. Good upholstery. Kenny, I'm sure, will get to those half holes that we have there. Okay, starting with some of the carved stuff. This did not come from where all the Mountain Man came from. This came from Yonkers. But what a beautiful haltery, finely carved. Look at the birds here. The little lift top, that's one to watch. Nice French console with a marble top here. This pair of sort of pavot Tynel sconces go with a chandelier. Moving right along, look at this Italiano from White Plains. A lot of interest in this little knee-hole desk that came from the city here. Very, you know, just nice lines, nice size. Beautiful legs on it. Queen Anne at the end. Buhl cabinet is as is. But now we're getting into the meat of White Plains. This is signed Horner. It is just outrageous. Look, it opens on the sides. Look at all these dudes here. How long did it take to carve that? You want to have 6 guys in prison working on this for a few years now to get anything like this these days. And look at the size of the griffins. Full griffins with the wings, good looking faces on them. Absolutely the best of patina. So not 10 years ago, but it still should draw some great attention. Here we have a table by Dassin. 2 leaves, a Louis Philippe style. It's surrounded by a set of Louis XV style chairs. They are separately. We've got this little bureau plat here, bronze mounted, inlaid from White Plains. And over here, once again, from White Plains, it's good because you get an idea of the size. Absolutely wonderful patina, mahogany, big large drawer on the bottom. Look at that, 2-door, nice shelves, mirrored back figures here, figures down there. Carved feet, really great. You can come in and view it anytime you want. Pair of these Louis XV1 style chairs, bomb French commode here, French bergères. We have a nice lot of 5 little chairs, child's chairs, nice period chairs. So check into that, came from the same house as that wonderful clock that sold for 100,000 in the last sale. Nice chandeliers in the sale. These two are one lot, believe it or not, skeleton form. Nice gilding on this tree light chandelier. It's also in the sale. We got, as usual, bouillotte tables. We have a pair of these Regency style rosewood tables, some little chips on them. There's the names after Ames. Nice quality, but it is after. Really beautiful rosewood center, or maybe calamander, we might call it, center table here with the banding. After Maison Janssen. Little table there, directoire. Look at this fella sitting on top. Pair of Cedric, or two Cedric Hartmann lamps. Mid-century sort of Barcelona style chairs. These have a name on them. Unfortunately, my memory isn't with me right now. Nice leather tops. These came from Orient and Mamarnik, as did this Art Deco table. This top on this is by, it's a Mui table, and it's by Jasper Morrison. And that goes together with the two potato chips here. I think I'm slowing a bit, so I'm going to try and speed it up a little bit. Swing it around here, beautiful brass top, bamboo-based coffee table. We have this extra large music box. Pair of mid-century armchairs, nice. Once again from White Plains where all the carved furniture came. We have this center table, more glass on top, Lalique. We have this big bronze blowing the flute. It's a fountain. This modernist pair of chairs came from Mamarnik. I'm sure Irving will get to this beautiful bronze. We have this metal branch form table. This is absolutely Janssen quality. The bronze work, look at the bronze work on the feet, and this heavy, thick glass, nice light greening color on it. More bronze sculptures, which this is a wonderful one, but Irving is going to discuss those. These are a very nice pair of lamps. I've never seen anything like them. Sort of have a Pavo Tynell feel if you look in the top there, Steve, if we can get our cameraman up and at it. Nice with the caning along here, gilt metal. Pair of swivel chairs here. And here, in really wonderful condition, came from Eastchester, where the Kagan and stuff came from. We have this pair of Paul Evans cube tables. Plenty of action on them in the color and stuff. I believe this is by Hadiza once again. This center bamboo piece is by Willow. Here we have a pair of these, Gothic style, or iron, wrought iron. Lots of French chairs. This desk is of particularly great quality. Look at the marquetry and parquetry inlay on the top, the rosewood banding. I mean, the bronze work, it just aligns, it fits perfectly. It's a desk you want to have, and a good time to buy it because they're not flying at the moment. This pair of these pair of sconces are extra grade. I was looking for a Caldwell Marcus. Just look at the work on them in the gilding and the weight. Little settees. This big table was seated right as you see it in front of that big cabinet in White Plains with 12 or 14 of these chairs, whatever it is, with the X base and the nice needlepoint upholstery. Table is a one top, ready to go into your mansion, came from a mansion. Lots of sconces in the sale. There's a sampling of some of them. I believe we got 6 of these, also from White Plains. We have 4 of these. And what can I say, but oh my goodness, look at this. I'm sorry about the stuff that's on top of it, but we've been very busy and we got it together to do the video today. This is, look at the mountain man on the bottom here, holding up the mountain nearly, just super carved all over. 2 doors here, drawers here, comes in sections. Look at these guys here, cherubs holding up, and more figures here. And look at the top, the cherub. The patina is just beautiful. So once again, ideal to have a pair of these Italian 18th century probably columns. I'm going to swing down here. This commode is like that little desk back there, newer but just super quality. Look at the bronze work on that, really nice. French chairs we have this big, this will go with all your carved furniture. This is large carved wood from White Plains. Down here, this came in just recently. This is by Richard Kuhn, not the other Kuhn. Nice silver gilt Asian modern coffee table. We have a pair of these. Used furniture-wise, nice bracket front, or basket front. This big piece here opens up and has a desk inside. It's sort of campaign-style desk. Asian sort of feel to it. More chandeliers here. We're going to try and get you out of here now any minute, Steve. But I had to come down here. We have a dining room set. It is the Mountain Man dining room set, oak table. Unfortunately, no leaves. As it came out of the house, we have 6 beautiful chairs. Has a sideboard goes with it. Look at this Asian, Chinese, carved hardwood marble top table, just like the rest of it. Wonderful. from White Plains again. You can imagine how this was, so that it fitted all this wonderful stuff. Carved Horner style bench. Swing you around here, Steve. Watch you don't trip up. Here's two of the chairs that came from the Mountain Man set. In here we have a bedroom set. This bedroom set came from White Plains. It's been selling as 2 end tables, a vanity, and a monster armoire, mid-century here. We have this big throne chair here. Lots of furniture. I'm not even going to dare to go down there. Here, from a different, not actually from White Plains, a different estate, but an Italian. This came from Nyack, New York. Beautifully carved Italian bed. Look at the lion's head. Look at the back on the bed. We have a set of 4 of these. Look at these leaded glass barristers, bookcases, some as is, but just nice to find that many, you know. You can fix the glass easy, you know. Wonderful clock here. Came out of Nyack. Beautiful bronze mounts, French ebonized. Moving right up here, as you can see, we got a lot going on here, so I'm having to work as we move along, but I have to show you this bookcase. Once again, Mountain Man, mahogany. Look at the drawers in the bottom with the lion heads. Look at the carving, mahogany from White Plains. The best of patina. This big china cabinet here, Georgian, came from the same home as that Carlton House desk. So keep an eye on this one. It's also nice. We have this nearly finished now, used furniture-wise. We have this high boy. Let me go out and have a quick gawk out here just to see what I missed, if I missed anything. Anyway, you can come today, tomorrow, anytime and view this sale. We're open to the public, so once we have it set up, we like people to wander in. But the real previews are Thursday, Friday and Saturday before. Sunday sale starts at 10 a.m. and hopefully we'll see you there. Thank you.
Hello and welcome to the October 12th auction preview video of Asian Arts. We have a wonderful collection from a Bedford estate of Chinese export, so a large collection, and we're going to begin here with this beautiful Chinese export enamel decorated platter with this beautiful reticulated edge, animal decoration with flowers, and a wonderful gallery label to the underside, dating this at 1770, so it is a late 18th century example, and it's in very good condition for that time period. From another estate, we have this Japanese cloisonne tea service. It's just petite and sweet and so beautifully decorated. I mean, the cloisonne work is just an intricacy that's unimaginable to be able to create, and really just a beautiful detail. Here's the underside, so it's this little suite with the teapot, creamer, sugar, teapot, tea, cups, and saucers. A really wonderful set. A carved jade guanyin seated with a ruby and jade necklace and a jade accent here, but just a nice little decorative piece. Another Buddha head in this sale, so we have this wonderful Buddha head on tapered wood stand, really quite nice. Moving on to some more porcelain, we have this pair of Chinese coral red vases with decoration of urns, really just an unusual and really beautifully decorated enamel decorated pair. Just again, intricacy to detail. There's kind of a high relief aspect to the enamel work, and here is the underside of each with a 6-character mark. And here is a Chinese export Indian market dish. So we have the central elephant with rider, figural decoration to the border. And again, here is the underside with the gallery label. And again, this is dated 1770, so another late 18th century example. Moving on to some jade. This is also from our Bedford estate. So we have this little jade mouse with tag and seal stamp. This is estimated at $300 to $500 from a separate estate. So these pieces are individually grouped, but from the same estate. We have a carved jade dragon or qilong belt buckle at $300 to $500, and then this really wonderful carved white jade pendant. So we have this interlocking rings with ruby clouds, and then it's this little dish form. So it's really quite sweet. The carving on the underside is just beautiful. A pair of grisaille Chinese export lidded urns, petite in size, but really wonderfully decorated. Lots of images online. We've already lotted early, so there's some tape just for security, and here is the lot number, which is 253. Another interesting group in this sale is again from our Bedford estate, and this is called chicken skin. So they are Chinese export, and I don't know if you can see the detailing here, but the chicken skin is attributed to this kind of textural finish, so little dots, kind of similar to when you get goosebumps. So really quite nice, and it is a pair, beautifully enamel decorated scenes with figures, and the two are together. Another Chinese export example in the sale is this lidded tureen with beautiful floral finial, enamel decoration throughout. We have this pierced decoration to the lid. And again, here is the gallery information. So this is slightly earlier at 1760, but again, a nice rare 18th century example. And this is one of a pair. This is from a separate estate, so this is from Manhattan. Large in size, Fami rose enamel decorated, but what's really nice is this unusual kind of paneled decoration. So we have these tiered scenes, so just a lot of decoration throughout, just the enamel work, again, the intricacy to detail, really quite nice. I'm going to show you the underside. And this did come from Manhattan, an important estate with a lot of important Chinese art. And then we have these beautiful pierced handles. And here we have a pair of Chinese export enamel decorated dishes with figural scenes beneath a pine tree with rui clouds, etc. Children playing in the foreground. And again, here's the seal mark to the underside in really quite beautiful condition. From a local Larchmont estate, we have these two Chinese vases together. We'll begin here with this Chinese Fami Vert vase, crackle glaze and floral decoration. Here is the underside with this carved wood stand. And then we have this wonderful Chinese Amari style, so in the Japanese style vase, in this really, I love this stand. So it's got this bamboo decoration, so you just lift this up and the interior is this wonderful blue and iron red decorated vase with a 6-character mark to the underside decorated with birds and flowers, and these two vases are together. Moving on to additional Chinese export in the sale, we have this teapot and saucer. So we have this birds and flowers, rooster and flowers dish. Here is the underside again with this paper label, and this is dated 1735. And then we have this wonderful floral decorated teapot. Again, I will show you the underside, so beautiful floral decoration, and here is the underside. So those two items are together. And then we have this collection of Chinese export, so 4 pieces together. Again, beautifully articulated. So we have this wonderful dish with a reticulated border, floral decoration. Here is the underside with the label. We have a teacup and saucer, so I can stick this on here for you. Just really beautiful scalloped decoration to both the teacup and the saucer. And look at the feet. Just this vine decoration is so beautifully detailed. And then we'll just look at the underside here, so you can again see the attention to detail in this vine decoration, and the fact that it's intact and doesn't have any breaks to it is pretty unbelievable. And then we also have this, again, reticulated teacup, and this is double walled. So it has an exterior reticulated border and then an interior that allows for liquid or food to be stored. This is one of a pair, so this is Japanese bronze, and this is just, I think that this transcends the Asian market and can also just be decorative for anyone's home decor. It's really so beautiful, and I think in vogue at the moment. These kind of tall candlesticks would look great on anyone's table, and there's a beautiful attention to detail and just the kind of the reticulated, or the line work to all of these flowers, really quite nice. And this is a pair. Moving forward to two deities in the sale. So we have Ganesh, and then we have a seated gilt bronze Buddha. So really quite nice. Here is the underside of each. So we have the underside of the Ganesh, and then the underside of the gilt Buddha. Moving forward from a Nyack estate, we have this very large jade carved carp. Really quite nice at $300 to $500. And then from another local estate, we have this lotus form dish with the carved jade handle. So this does fit in there quite nicely, but it has been removed, so we're just keeping it out just for safety purposes. Another example of Japanese bronze in the sale is this large crane with lotus flowers. So really quite nice, large in size. It does have these gold eyes, which is really quite nice. And just a beautiful example of Japanese art. Moving on to some additional Chinese exports. So we have these 3 teapots together, again from our Bedford estate. So we have some armorial work and this beautiful woven handle. We have some floral decoration to both of these, and again, really quite nice. I'm going to take the lids off to show you the underside of each. So we have this kind of indented underside to each, but really quite nice. And these 3 teapots are together. And then we have these two lotus form dishes. So again, with the label from Sarah Potter, and these are again late 18th century, circa 1770, and just beautifully decorated with the enamel work. And here is the underside. So great age, great condition, and really just a beautiful pattern. Moving on to some Japanese prints and Japanese porcelains. This is Utagawa Hiroshige, and this is a snow scene, so really quite nice. And all the signatures, it's a rare print. Unfortunately, there's toning throughout, but really a great addition to anyone's collection. This is Kiko Manami, and this is a more contemporary Japanese artist, and this is titled Girl with Sunflowers, or Little Girl with Sunflower. Again, really quite nice, and it is an edition of 50, and this is number 31. A Japanese blue and white large platter, some condition issues, but really beautifully decorated. And here is the underside. And last but not least, we have this Watanabe Japanese woodblock print of two kind of robed ladies, but really quite nice, and it is dated 1968, and this is estimated at 300 to 500. There are tons more Chinese export porcelains for you to take a look at. We have a great screen that is ex-bonhams, some wonderful bronzes, so please check our website for the additional items, and we hope to see you on October 12th.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Clarke Auction Autumn Sale. That's right, folks, it's autumn, and you know what that means? It's bird hunting season, because we opened up in October with duck season and pheasant season, quail season to come in November. And you know what I like to do when I come home from a hunt? I like to kick off my boots and walk on a nice plush rug. And that's what I have to share with you today, folks. Beautiful rugs. Take a look at this very first rug, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing says I've made it in life quite like a carpet that doubles as both fine art and an accidental camouflage for spilled rosé. This absolutely exquisite Kerben carpet has a beautiful blue field, central medallion, cream, light blue, and pink accents throughout. Here's a vintage silk carpet with a floral motifs, deer and birds, an entire garden and woodland scene without leaving your parlor. Here's a true palace-sized carpet, large enough to anchor the grandest of rooms or simply remind you of how modest the rest of your furniture looks. This is a spectacular palace-sized antique blue field carpet with cream accents, flowers, animals, and trees throughout. Here's a beautiful rug, ladies and gentlemen, with perfectly aligned medallions. Orderly, elegant, and very pleasing to the eye. Wouldn't you love to have this in your library? Here's a beautiful large carpet, ladies and gentlemen, like a garden party where the flowers got a little too tipsy and decided to take over the entire floor. This is spectacular floral elements throughout, large and bold. What a carpet. Whoa, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the pile. This mixed mountain of rugs, because nothing says auction preview quite like a pile you can either bid on or camp under. Here's a nice classic oriental rug with a central medallion, the type that defines the category and has done so for centuries. Take a look at this beauty, a green field carpet with floral accents and a cream border, a traditional design with enduring appeal. And here's an Art Deco Chinese carpet, a minimalist dream, because why cover the whole rug with flowers when you could just throw some in the corners and call it a day? This beautiful Art Deco Chinese carpet in green and flowers throughout. What a sprinkle of color here and a sprinkle of color there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, take a look at this book. Just kidding. It's a clock, that's right. It's a Jaeger electronic book clock. Finally, a book that tells you the time before you even open it. Take a look at that, ladies and gentlemen, spectacular. Here's two fine French clocks, because the French have always been capable of making even timekeeping look effortlessly chic. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, two clocks, one money. Right next to it, what do I have? It's a large, ornate bronze clock garniture set. This large bronze clock garniture set is perfect for anyone who believes punctuality deserves a little overkill. Here's a vintage and finest quality bronze-mounted tall case clock. Now this clock with exquisite bronze mounts is proof that even furniture can aspire to grandeur. Ladies and gentlemen, do you know what time it is? I think I do. Take a look down here. It doesn't matter what time it is because Hulkamania always runs on its own time, brother. Take a look at these classic WWF figures coming at you from the top rope. Iron Sheik, Andre the Giant. This is part of a grouping where there will be 6 in one lot. And finally, Hulkamania, ladies and gentlemen. Hulk Hogan, may he rest in peace. What a great performer. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to make fiscally responsible decisions. That's right, because what do I have right down here, ladies and gentlemen? It's gold coins. Gold coins from America, China, and the California Gold Rush. Basically, the world's first international savings account. Tick tock, tick tock. What could that be, ladies and gentlemen? Why, it's certainly my clock. Take a look at these amazing pocket watches. 14 karat gold, stainless steel, you name it, I've got it. Right next to it, gentlemen's vintage wristwatch, ladies' vintage watches, because I've got all the bases covered. Here's a large group of junk silver and commemoratives in OGP because nothing says investment grade like plastic holders. And to your right, what do I have? Eagles, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, because silver is flying sky high. And right over here, take a look at this. Gemini Project photos. These are back when NASA's best special effects made Hollywood jealous. I think I can even see Kubrick in the corner. And right over here, a photograph of Teddy Roosevelt with a clipped signature. Absolutely incredible. This was made out to Raymond C. Yard, a very famous jeweler, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's take a little trip back to feudal Japan. Take a look at what I have here on this tray. 5 Japanese Subas. The only time spare parts look this collectible. Right behind it, it's a Japanese samurai Tsunari Kabuto. 3 plates, people. Because every home needs a conversation piece that doubles as medieval headgear. And right over here, take a look. It's a Japanese Omiyari spear. Basically the ancient version of Do Not Disturb. Right behind it, it's a signed Japanese katana sword. So sharp, it practically signed itself, ladies and gentlemen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here's a Persian Kulakad helmet and shield, bringing new meaning to the phrase, dressed to impress. Right beside it, a silver-mounted Kanjar dagger, equal parts art, weapon, and excellent excuse to clear your mantle. Ladies and gentlemen, it's about to be as sharp as the devil himself, right about here and right about now, because you're looking at an exceptional Civil War Model 1840 Ames artillery saber. Ideal for collectors or anyone who's ever thought their letter opener was a little underwhelming. Right in front, folks, we got a British Indian officer's sword and an 1825 rifle officer's sword, also out of India. Made by Robert Moles, because nothing says empire like 2 blades and a stiff upper lip. Moving right along, an American 1860 cavalry saber paired with a British 1796 beautiful cavalry saber. Proof that even in swords, the cousins across the pond couldn't stop comparing notes. Right down here, folks, World War I, British, one of the finest swords made. This was perfect for cutting and thrusting with an orthopedic handle. Not the prettiest to lay eyes on, but yet the most effective. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that about ends it for me. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing each and every single one of you here at Clarke Auction Gallery. Happy bidding.
Hello everyone, welcome back to our gallery previews for our October 12th sale. Beside me is a wooden sculpture, mahogany wood, made by Elliot Offner. This is a bust of an Asian man. This work is inspired by nature and the human world. This work is estimated at $600 to $900, and it comes from a Stamford, Connecticut collection, and we were told that it was purchased from the Forum Gallery in New York City. Here we are in the showroom. We have this work by Niki de Saint-Fa. This is a Bancha vase, a work made of resin with metal. The work is signed and editioned 49 of 50. It comes from a local collection. Here beside, we have this work by Salvador Dali of St. George and the Dragon. This bronze is signed and dated 1989, and it does have a stamp on the base. The work is estimated at $4,000 to $6,000. Beside here, we have this large bronze by Sorel Etrog. This couple is estimated at $20,000 to $30,000. This bronze is signed and editioned 2 of 7. It comes from a local collection and just a great overall piece for all the lovers out there. From a Florida collection, we have these 2 Nano Lopez works. This very, very rare life-size Sherlock dog. This work is estimated at $5,000 to $7,000. And then right next to it, we have Arthur the Believer. This work is estimated at $3,000 to $5,000. Both works do have certificates of authenticity, so please have a look on our website. Right when we enter the gallery, we have this large work by Carla Lavatelli. This surreal bronze sculpture shows 2 girls on a leaf being balanced. This work comes from a local estate, and it has an estimate of $1,000 to $1,500. If you liked anything that you saw, please head over to our website. You'll see more items on our website, and we hope to see you here on October 12th. Thank you.
Hi there, welcome to Clarke Auction's October Spooky Spectacular on October 12th. I'm going to share with you some of the treats and interesting works that we have in the sale. I'm going to start here with this very interesting old master drawing, lot 52 in the sale. It's an Italian Marinerist-like work, probably Michelangelo in the Sistine Chapel. Above that, we've got an interesting one of 2 lots in the sale by Frank Lloyd Wright of some of his drawings. And just to give you a sample, here in the front room is some of the fabulous Fazzinos, Charles Fazzinos that we have. This is lot 103 in the sale, and you get 2 views in that lot, and those are estimated at $800 to $1,200. Now going on, we've got The Preacher here by a really great artist that we know here at the auction, Vincent Smith. And this is lot 66, and this is estimated at $10,000 to $15,000. A great work. We've got several examples. Now we've also got some more Fazzinos in the sale, some baseball stadiums this time. And you know, he's a great artist from New Rochelle, and really great opportunity to look at our catalog for a lot of great Fazzinos. We also have lot 28 in the sale. This is a Nam Gutman, lot 28, and this is a typical work by the artist. It's a watercolor. It's estimated at $2,000 to $3,000 and comes from a Manhattan collection. It's lot 28. Moving on, we'll give you another great example of Vincent Smith. This is lot 70 in the sale, and this is one of his series of figures. They're really dramatic. You've got sand, which is a component of his works in the, starting I think in the late 60s and 70s, and this is The Astrologer, and this is lot 70 like I said. We've got another interesting watercolor by an American, Henry Martin Gasser. This is an interesting work for him. He's known for doing scenes in Newark, New Jersey, the tenements in there, and this is a great work, lot 159, and estimated at $500 to $700. One of my favorite works by Vincent Smith, and this is a spectacular work. It was exhibited in his retrospective at Cornell University at the Johnson Museum. This is lot 69, and this is For My People. Great work, fabulous. You'll never see anything like this to come onto the market. It's one of the brilliant works by this really important American artist. And now we're going to go to another great American artist, the contemporary artist, Hunt Sloman. This is some bunnies, and this is an interesting work that was done in 2019, and he's using acrylic and oil as well as diamond dust, and it's just a fabulous painting. We've actually got 3 works by the artist, so the bunnies are multiplying at Clarke Auctions. Below that we have a portrait of Albert Einstein, lot 94, by Roman Vizniak, the Russian-American artist, and this was done in the 1940s, and this is estimated at 2,000 to 3,000 and comes from a Stanford collection. Now, moving on also from that Stanford collection is this fabulous monumental work, lot 50, by Marcel Meuly. This was acquired in Paris by the collector, and you know, he's the last of Picasso. What can I say? Meuly, he worked with Picasso, and this also has some great colors that remind me of the Fauves, and this is lot 50, and at 500 to 700, great painting there. And going along, we go now to the American artist Winthrop Guthrie Tunney, and this is a factory in a ravine there, so you've got a really impressionistic American painting, great frame, ready to go, estimated at 1,000 to 1,500. We're now going to the Parisian world of Paul-Émile Pissarro. We've got another Pissarro in the sale, so look at our catalog. This is lot 116, and it's a work on paper and estimated at 600 to 900. Down from there, we're going to George Herbert McCord. This is a really dramatic, fabulous maritime. Want to be out on the water? This is the picture for you. It's estimated at 500 to 700. And going on, we've got this charming picture by Louise M. Cap, lot 90. And it's a charming little picture, died in 1959. It's just a charming, like I say, and for 300 to 500. Now we go to one of the highlights, I believe, of the sale. This is by Joseph H. Francois Van Laris. And this is Paul in Virginia, done in 1851. And it's based, Paul in Virginia is based upon Jacques-Henri Bernardin de Saint-Pierre's 18th century novel by that title. And it's a story of love of 2 children who grow up and fall in love on the Isle of Mauritius. This is the best by the artist. It's engraved. It was owned by Charles Yerkes, who is a famous industrialist at the turn of the century, had an incredible art collection and great taste. And we've got that for 20 to 30,000, which is a great bargain, lot 30. Below that, we're going to the wonderful world, and it's after William Harnett, who's well known for doing trompe-l'oeil of bills. This is a $5 bill. Ken at the auction can tell you about the numismatic, I can't even say that, the coins and notes, but a great work by after the artist, but a charming work. Moving along, we can show you another small Hunt Sloman, lot 88. This was done in 2022, and it's just a great one. It's also used with diamond dust, and it's estimated at 3,000 to 5,000, comes from a Manhattan source. And moving on, we've got an illegibly signed Italian work. It's an impressionistic of some figures on the beach, a really great painting, and I'm sure some of you Italian collectors will figure that out. We've got an estimate of 600 to 900. Another painting or watercolor that I want to mention is this Harlan Jackson. Harlan was born in 1918, died in 1993, and not only was he an artist, but he was a backup player for the Harlem Globetrotters, and he's a seminal artist who dies, like I said, in 93. Great artist, African American as well, and really should collect that. And I'll finally go on this last picture. We've got 2. This is lot 7 by Ivan Klamakov. He's an interesting artist who died in 1925, Russian born but traveled to Indonesia. This is probably the beaches of Indonesia, where he traveled to China, a world traveler, Hawaii, and ends up in San Francisco and dies in 1925 in America. Estimated 1,000 to 15, comes from a Hartsdale, I believe, collection, and been in their family for a long time, and just a great impressionistic beach scene. Okay, here we are in the main gallery. We've got some great, fabulous large works, and all kinds of shapes and sizes. And again, we've got Hunt Sloman. This is a great one if you like the bunnies. It's black and white, and this is 10 to 15,000. It's lot 87. This one doesn't have the diamond dust, but it has the great qualities of a Hunt Sloman. Here we have lot 81, which is a Taro Yamamoto, a Japanese-American artist. It's lot 81. He's a great, drawing on Pollock, and a really great Japanese-American artist. It's estimated 2,000 to 3,000. I'm going to point out this pastel in the middle here, which is lot 113 in the sale. It's by Hugo's Claude Pizarro, the grandson. I can't remember, there's so many Pizarros, but a really dramatic snow scene here with the haystacks. It's lot 113, and it's estimated 2,000 to 3,000. We've got portraits in the sale. I'll mention that we do have a Henry Rayburn, so look at our site. This is a Jewish gentleman, and we have a large photography by we've got two works by the Chinese artist contemporary Chen Jiajiang, and these were done, I believe, in like 2015 from his great series of industrial scenes in China. We've got another work by Muley. We've got this great work by Lamont Ferguson. He's using plastics to create this really dramatic, expressive work. It's estimated at 500 to 700. We also have a wonderful work, lot 42, by Elliot Candy Clarke, the American artist, who died in 1980. Here you've got this bucolic landscape, and it's estimated at 2,000 to 3,000. We've got a lot of great little drawings in the sale, and be sure again to look at the catalog. One of the other highlights, I believe, in this sale is a print by the American Ben Shahn. This is lot 106, and this is, I think, American Beauty. It is a wonderful work, great condition, and shows New York at its best. And we also have more landscapes and really great diversity of sizes and scales. We have another work by the artist Kamilovsky, some waves here, a charming work by Walter Hawkins, and this is really a dramatic purple sky, lot 82, 500 to 700. And as we move along, we've got diversity of works here again, portraits of people, Italian gouaches, more Charles Fazino's, back to the beach scenes. And I'd like to come along to share with you this wonderful work by the British artist Harold Wood. It's lot 58. It looks like they're listening to the football match. This was done in, I believe, around 1958, and a really great artist. And this final work is by the Spanish artist Jose Arpa, and it's a typical kitchen in Mexico or Spain, and this is estimated 1,000 to 1,500. It's lot 60 in the sale. And as always, I can't show you everything in the video, so be sure to look at our catalog for more photographs and details. We've got so many other works. We got over 100 in the sale. Be sure to send us an email or give us a call if you have a question about any of the artwork. And we also have a preview starting the Thursday before the Sunday sale. And so good luck at the auction.
Hello and welcome to the October 12th auction preview video of jewelry and silver. We'll begin here with this wonderful, large in size French 950 silver pitcher. You can see the beautiful etched decoration here, the scroll form handle, really quite lovely. From one of our Walk-in Wednesday appraisal days, we have this Continental silver mounted book. So really just a beautiful Repoussé silver book with figures. You can see the binding here also has a silver mounting, and here's the alternate size. Really quite beautiful and estimated at 300 to 500. An interesting grouping here. This is for a beetle nut box and suite. And this is actually, the remainder of the set is silver, and you can see this pierced decoration, the kind of lobe design throughout each of the pieces, so even to the cups here. And then we have this lidded vessel, and this is actually an 18-karat yellow gold plaque inlaid into the silver. And this is a nice little lidded box, and this grouping is estimated at 600 to 900. Here we have a Jewish wedding ring, really quite nice with the smoky quartz inlay and the tiered design, really quite beautiful, again 300 to 500. We have this etched silver Dominic and half hinged box, monogram to the lid, and this again beautiful scroll decoration. And then we have a velvet lining to the interior jewelry box. Really quite nice, and this is estimated at $500 to $700. And here we have a beautiful inkwell and oil lamp. So this is a footed version. This is just here for decorative purposes. And you can see here the central oil lamp. We have 2 inkwells. And I'm just going to show you the marks to the underside. So really quite nice with the footed design. And there are marks to the underside. Not sure where they're located, but they are there, I promise. And this is estimated at $1,000 to $1,500. Here we have an Egyptian silver bowl or dish. Really beautiful etched design. You can just see the quality of the craftsmanship here and the detailing. Could you imagine creating this? Really quite beautiful. Here is the underside. And this is in our October 12th sale. Here we have an antique silver mug, really quite nice, signed to the underside with English marks and an additional inscription. An 800 silver oval form lidded box with heavy repoussé work to the lid and the sides, so really quite beautiful. You can see the underside here and opens to reveal a silver interior. Here are 2 pieces of continental silver, Dutch, so again a repoussé lidded vessel, and then a small spoon with the windmill finial. This is a Russian yellow silver box. Again, really quite nice at $300 to $500. And again, from a local estate, we have this 3-piece of American silver. So this is Gorham. This is wonderful. I actually absolutely love this. If I were to carry a flask, this would be my choice. It's a book form flask. So it's kind of in the form of a book or a kind of a hinged box, but really quite sweet with this central shield. And then it's accompanied by these 2 cups. So this is a beautiful aesthetic movement, Victorian example. And then again, this is an etched design of foliate. And then one of the stars of our show, this is a really beautiful Russian silver mounted cut crystal Kavosh form bowl or center bowl. The detail to the figure is absolutely wonderful, really quite nice. It is fully marked. All of the details are available on our website. And moving on to a grouping of silver plate. So this is a Christoffel silver plate flatware set, really quite nice, all of the pieces. So a really beautiful set for you. And you can see the marks on the above the tines and to the underside of on the front of the bowls, but a really beautiful service. One of my favorite lots of silver in this sale moving forward is this Chinese export silver tea service. So a 3-piece set with wonderful bamboo form handles, and the finial here is really quite nice. And you can just see the attention to detail of the figural and tree form decoration of the body of each vessel, and even the spout is in bamboo form. So really quite beautiful. And moving on to jewelry in this auction, we will begin here. So this is a 1.5 carat emerald cut diamond, really quite nice, good polish, good symmetry. It's VS1, VS2 clarity, really quite nice. And this is estimated at $3,000 to $5,000. And here we have a 14 karat gold mounted enamel decorated portrait plaque of a beauty. There is a label to the underside from Italy, from Florence actually, really quite nice. Moving forward to this collection of silver jewelry. So we have Southwest jewelry, we have some Chinese silver, we have this wonderful filigree hinged bracelet, and this is from a Brooklyn estate. And here we have 2 oversized cross pendants. One is inlaid, so it's a gilt metal inlaid with banded agate circular pendants. And then next door we have this Victorian carved onyx oversized cross pendant inlaid with seed pearls and this beautiful lily of the valley design. And there's also this band of seed pearls to the bale itself. Really quite beautiful, nice age to it, and very good condition. These are both from a local estate. Next door we also have another piece of Victorian jewelry, and this is a 10 karat yellow gold snake ring, and it's these 2 snakes climbing up the sides of this globe formed turquoise pendants that is accented by a single diamond to the finial of the turquoise, and then also diamond inlaid to the snakes' heads. So really quite nice, this beautiful coiled wrap design to the snakes themselves. This is estimated at $400 to $600. Moving forward, a more contemporary pair of earrings. These are 18 karat yellow gold with sapphires, mother of pearl, and diamond inlay, and large statement earrings. Really quite beautifully, they're all signed verso. This ring I love. So this is in the style of Mario Bucciolati. It is unmarked, so it is not by Bucciolati himself, but definitely an inspired by piece. So we have this bicolor gold, pierced floral decoration, and accented by round faceted rubies. Again, this is estimated at $300 to $500. Next door, we have this Art Nouveau example of jewelry. It's 18 karat gold, platinum, and diamonds. We have this wonderful high relief of a beauty, and it is accented by a surround of rose-cut diamonds. So really quite nice. It is signed by the artist and with all the French hallmarks, etc. to the bail. So really quite nice at $1,000 to $1,500. Moving forward to this collection of silver objects, we have, this is English silver, so this really beautiful little pendant, and it does have a bail so it can be worn. Here's a scent bottle. So we have this kind of curved formed scent bottle. This is Art Nouveau, so this slightly heart-shaped scent bottle, and there's a lapel brooch. And then this is a telephone dialer, and it is Tiffany & Company, so really quite sweet. Don't see those all too often, but they're interesting, and this is estimated at $300 to $500. Next door, we have a pearl grouping, so these are 13 karat gold, pearl, and diamond earrings, and then this multi-strand pearl necklace. Next up, we have this collection of cameo jewelry. So we have this gilt silver cameo bracelet, filigree designed to the silver work, 14 karat gold cameo of a beauty, 14 karat gold cameo of a beauty, and then a large example with a silver mounting. A grouping of couture jewelry. So we have this wonderful black leather example with the silver tone clasp, and then the orange leather wrap bracelet, and these are both Hermes. Jumping back to more of a signed grouping of jewelry, so these are all by Charles Fazzino. So these were by consignor provenance, purchased directly from the artist himself, who's actually local to Larchmont where we're located. And you can see we have clowns, New York City, New York City, New York City, kind of a Broadway theme on this one. And these are all together in one grouping. Jumping forward, also from a local estate, we have this aquamarine and ruby foliate form brooch at $1,000 to $1,500. And next door from the same estate, we have an aqua and diamond circular or wreath form brooch. Jumping back, we have this wonderful I believe that this one is 18 karat gold bib form necklace. Really quite nice in style at the moment, great to be layered, great for over a sweater in the winter time. Moving forward, this is also 18 karat gold, and this is signed, and the artist's name is, let me just look here for you, is Gorabin, and this is 18 karat gold and diamonds, and it does come with the necklace and the matching earrings. So really quite a beautiful suite. Next door, we have a collection of stick pins. So really the star of the show, in my opinion, is this carved opal scarab, which is really quite sweet. And just you can see if I rock it back and forth slightly, this beautiful play of color, which is the phenomenal characteristic of opals. And we have some jade, we have an owl, a horse, some seed pearls, a little enamel decorated fish, and then this gold clip. And those are all together. Next door, we have a collection of antique jewelry. So we have this Victorian necklace with locket. So this beautiful etched locket to each side. There's a different etched design. This side is floral. This is probably my favorite. So this is Art Nouveau, and it's kind of this foliate decoration to the hinged slide locket. Similar design to the alternate side, and then this great mottled finish to the background. And then we have this coin bracelet, and each of these coins are monogrammed. So to the alternate side, there's a sweet monogram, which is typical of the period, and really quite beautiful, the suite together. Jumping forward, 2 rings from a Stamford estate. So one is 14 karat gold and one is 22 karat gold. And jumping back, this is a grouping of couture. So these are 2 Tiffany rings, one with a peridot, and then we also have a Yerman ring with diamond accents. So jumping forward, we're going to come over here to this collection of jade jewelry. So this is also from my local estate. And we have 2 pair of jade earrings and a pair of jade cufflinks with Chinese characters. Another collection of Victorian jewelry in the sale. So it's silver and gold foil and some blue enamel decorated panels, and really quite nice, kind of this Etruscan revival period style that was standard in the Victorian period, but really quite nice. I love these drop earrings. Jumping forward, we have another opal in the sale, so just going to grab this little brooch just so that you can see. Both opals, but both very different in color. But you can see in both of them there is this play of color, which is a really nice comparison. But this is 14 karat gold and opal, and this is estimated at 400 to 600. Different vein of jewelry here. We have this large grouping of Southwest jewelry. So we have several rings, some with malachite, some with turquoise, some with coral. We have this kind of figural Kachina-esque grouping of a ring and a pair of earrings, this wonderful cuff with the turquoise nuggets. We have this petite concho belt, so you can see that these are just a smaller in size concho pendant than typical, but it's really quite sweet and can be worn, so it's such a versatile look. And then we also have this three-piece suite in the raindrop design, so this kind of raindrop pattern to the pendants themselves. Two of the pendants, the turquoise cabochons, are missing, but they are present, so we do have them, so a jeweler can quite easily put them back in, and it's an absolutely beautiful suite. So this collection is all grouped together. Moving forward, this is Italian 18 karat gold and green enamel, and this pair of earrings at 300 to 500. We have a salmon coral grouping. So both with gold clasp, this wonderful graduated strand of coral beads, and then this is a double strand with this diamond inlaid clasp. Pair of 18 karat gold, again Italian hoops with these drop accents and this kind of zigzag pattern. Great for people with long dark hair such as myself because they can be seen easily behind my group of hair, which is what I think about when I think of earrings. So these are really quite nice, and they came from the same estate as our other 18 karat gold suite of diamonds and gold and the enamel and Italian earrings. Grouping of malachite. So we have a malachite necklace, this cuff bracelet, a single earring, but what I really find so beautiful is this brooch. So it is a carved leaf, and you can just see the beautiful color variations in the malachite, kind of this swirling design, so it really embodies what the beauty of malachite. And it is silver mounted. So this grouping is together. We have a pair of Paloma Picasso for Tiffany X-Form earrings, and it does come with the original pouch. This is a 14 karat gold and lapis necklace. So these big, large beads alternating with these Florentine finish gold beads. We have a collection of 4 cocktail rings. One of them is signed Effie, so this is rose gold and gems, and all of them do have some sort of inlaid kind of tiered design to each of the rings, so this is a nice grouping. Moving forward, this is a wonderful 14 karat gold opal and diamond brooch or pendant, and it was later added onto this silver and gilt silver chain necklace. Next door, this is Italian 18 karat yellow gold and salmon coral beaded necklace. Moving forward, this is a wonderful 14 karat gold opal slice and diamond accented ring. Next door we have this 14 karat gold calendar pendant, and this is estimated at 200 to 300. Up front, 18 karat gold with diamond accents, and if we just look at the wonderful fluidity of this bracelet, it's just really quite beautiful. So the pendants themselves just move, and they're each accented by a round brilliant cut. This is a 14 karat gold hinged bracelet at 300 to 500. Next door, this is 14 karat gold and turquoise, so just a great transitional piece for all the seasons. 18 karat gold, beautifully textured oval link bracelet. Again, just for every season this can be worn. We have this 14 karat gold and multi-strand angel skin coral bracelet. This is a wonderful 18 karat gold and turquoise ring with this kind of starburst pattern, wonderful mid-century design. One of my favorite lots from the sale is this bicolor platinum topped 13 karat yellow gold and old European cut diamond horseshoe form brooch. I just love it. I think that it's beautiful. It's beautifully made. It's larger in size, really quite nice, and a just nice example of antique jewelry. This is a Lucien Bacard 14 karat gold gem and pearl floral form brooch. Jumping back, we have this wonderful collection of 6 22 karat yellow gold bangle bracelets. Just a beautiful set, can easily be worn, and a heavy gold weight. 14 karat gold and round faceted garnet ring, really beautiful scroll surround with floral accents. This is an Italian 14 karat gold and enamel decorated ring. So again, this kind of fish scale design to the piece in alternating enamel decorated colors. This is 14 karat gold opal and sapphire. Jumping back, we have this wonderful gold, ruby, and diamond hinged bracelet. So just very sweet and can easily be worn. Really quite nice, the trefoil pattern of the rubies and diamond accents. This is a bicolor gold woven design hinged bracelet with diamond accents. This is an antique brooch. It's 18 karat gold and silver top gold with diamond accents. Just a beautiful scroll design. Jumping forward, this is a pair of 14 karat gold and diamond cluster earrings. So they are ear clips and this beautiful tiered design, so you can see the kind of high design to them. Very reminiscent of Dave & Webb's work. So I love those earrings. And then we have this wonderful signed fetish necklace in silver. So it's kind of these Kachina figures, and it is signed FJ, and this is, the last name of the artist is Yi, Y-E-I. So then we have these 14 karat gold feather form earrings with these prong set oval cabochon gems. Platinum and diamond brooch with this beautiful arrow design. Collection of 5 13 karat gold and enamel decorated plaques, pendants. So these can be strung on a necklace or a bracelet. Really quite beautiful, and they are Victorian. We'll move forward to this 14 karat gold fortune teller. So he is inlaid throughout with gems, faceted and polished, and this central moonstone for his crystal ball. So it's really quite sweet. Love this piece, one of my favorites in the sale. Moving forward, these are a collection of pieces. So the drops are 14 karat gold, and then the diamond inlaid pendants, they're actually platinum. So I anticipate that these kind of tulip form pendants were converted from something else and that these drops were added, but I think they look beautiful. And this bicolor gold is in this season, so it's very in vogue for the fall and winter months. This is a 14 karat gold diamond and carved jade brooch, so really quite nice. This is one of my favorite groupings in the sale, so it's 2 painter's palettes. One is Mexican sterling with these gem cabochons, and the second is 14 karat gold vintage with rubies, sapphires, and pearls, but really quite sweet. I love seeing different artists' depiction of the same subject matter, so really quite nice. This is a pair of Italian 18 karat gold hoops. The artist is spelled L-E-G-I. So they are signed and they're estimated at 600 to 900. Wonderful 14 karat gold bamboo form bracelet. So absolutely has been in vogue for years, this bamboo form. This is also 14 karat gold, really quite nice, and from our Scarsdale estate. Very large 13 karat gold and rhodium brooch with rubies and diamond accents. This is estimated at 2,000 to 3,000, and what a statement. You can see the clip verso, and really such a beautiful piece. I love the statement that this makes. This is a pair of Jack Gutschneider 14 karat gold opal and diamond bracelets. So really quite nice that there's a pair. Stacking is in, and I just love the opals. This is a beautiful cameo necklace. Unfortunately, it does need a replaced clasp, but just again the articulation, and this is turn of the century. And here we have a wonderful 14 karat gold feather or foliate form ring with diamond accents. This is a Crypel suite. So we have the pair of earrings and the brooch with this beautiful ring. Each is inlaid with emeralds and diamonds. So this grouping of angel skin coral jewelry, the earrings are 13 karat gold and the brooch is 18 karat gold with this wonderful carved rose. Collection of 14 karat gold jewelry. We have this crown form ring, a pair of petite studs, and a diamond pendant, all inlaid with diamonds. This is a wonderful 14 karat white gold and diamond inlaid vine form bypass ring. This is also Jack Gutschneider. So it's a wonderful 18 karat gold and diamond inlaid bracelet, estimated at 4,000 to 6,000. Jumping forward, opal jewelry. Love, again, the phenomenal characteristic, this play of color. You can see the little flashes. So it is a single drop pendant in filigree design, and then this small brooch that can be converted probably even into a ring. And then we will end here with this wonderful Chanel cuff with the rhinestone inlay, really quite sweet. This is estimated at 600 to 900. And that wraps it up for our selection of jewelry and silver for October 12th, and we hope to see you there.